While beachcombing recently, we noticed an odd-looking bottle with a sheet of paper rolled up inside. The paper contained the diagram and cryptic clues reproduced here. The 3 numbered down clues correspond to the numbers in the grid. So there they are. 1, 2, and 3. But the rest of the down answers and all the acrosses are adrift with respect to their places of entry. The acrosses, furthermore, lack bars to show their starting and end points. If all the clue answers are properly placed, 9 letters will extend into the shaded area, forming a message of several words. Starting in the upper left, meandering horizontally, vertically, and diagonally through adjacent squares, possibly revisiting some letters. Answers include 2 proper nouns. So that bottle top is an answer bank of 9, assuming 9 different letters. I guess 2 could potentially be the same, you never know, but essentially it's probably an answer bank. Right, so we know where 3 of the down entries go. We don't know where anything else goes in the grid, which is quite exciting. Right, well, we shall see, Hollow, if it was this one. Again, allow me a first go at everything. If you spot an answer, don't shout it out. Let everyone have a go, and then I'll say when you can type it in the chat. Let's try these 3 down clues, because it seems to be the best way to start. Travel far and wide in green bottle, drifting around middle of Antarctic Ocean. What's the middle of Antarctic? It's the letter R. So G for green, as in Roy G. Biv. Bottle, drifting. So probably anagram of bottle. That's 6, 7, around the middle of Antarctic, and then maybe ocean, so R-E maybe at the end. So G, anagram, yeah, that's what it is. Don't know where one of the letters comes from, maybe? Well, I know what the answer is, so I will come to you for the pause in a second. Oh, Foggy, have you done it recently, or do you remember it, or just how weird? Right, go for one down if you think you've got this. Well, Caroline, shh, because that could be a hint, you never know. It's from April 2000, so Sting were a thing back then. They've been a thing for way longer than that. The answer to this is globe trot. So that's travel far and wide. Globe trot, when I type it properly. Okay, it's gone off the edge, never mind, but I will do that. Just they're going to get slightly cut off on that right-hand side there. So green is G, bottle is anagrammed, B-O-T-T-L-E. Drifting around middle of Antarctic, that's R. Oh, and ocean must be O? Ocean must be O, yeah. I don't quite know why. But anyway, that is definitely Globetrot, and I can actually put that in the grid. Won't be putting anything else in the grid for much longer. Lands invaded by Central Galapagos turtles. Lands invaded by Central Galapagos turtles. Territories? Lands invaded. Lands. Okay, lands. So it's going to be a word for land, like isles, region, areas, something like that. By Central Galapagos. We're going to put a P in it, maybe, and we get... It's not porpoises, is it, for turtles? No. Lands, territories, areas, regions. By Central Galapagos. Could be APA or LAPAG. Is it a hidden? I don't think it is. But I'll just have a look. Yes, okay. Turtles, so tortoise. Gonna have to come back to this one. Well, Stephen, okay, first letter, please, for those of you who got it, because I think we're going to need 1, 2, and 3 down. I think it's a British word. Well, I'm a Brit. I mean, tortoise. It's not tortoise. turtle. Turtle, turtleneck, jumper, sweater. Lands. Territories, of course, if you land, you alight, of course, you get off of a plane, you land, come to Earth. Invaded. I feel like that means we're just going to be putting Central Galapagos into lands. Next, I can't think of what the other thing is. Something with a shell. Name things with shells. Small pet turtle. Tortoise. Terrapin. Terrains. There we go. There we go. Terrapins. 3 down. Battered shore contains old captain's book and timepieces. Okay. Old is O. Captain's book will be a log. And so it's got to be an anagram of shore around that. So... Oh, horror... Is that... horologes. That feels like a word. Because you've got the anagram of shore around O. Log. Going to have to check. A horologe. Archaic. It is a timepiece. Horologe. There we go. That's the easy 3-ish, if you know what I mean. In that, at least we know where they go. Here we go. At least we're given lengths. We don't know where they go. We also, are they in order? They're adrift with respect to their places of entry, so they could go anywhere. Brilliant. It should, but it isn't. It isn't. Wave that crashes. Glass containing hot last bit of paper. Wave that crashes glass container holding last of bit of paper. That is a beaker with R in it for breaker, for that is a wave that crashes. There we go. Yeah, we're not going to go there. 2 down. No, it's not 2 down. It's B across. Backross. So we've done A across. Now we're doing backross. Because you say 2 across, don't you? You don't say across 2, so it's not across B. It's B across or backross. Gather in bare apartment. Gather in bare apartment. I'm happy with this one. It could go anywhere. I'm not even going to begin to put these in. Arch is having some fun. Go for B in the chat. Type the answer to B in the chat if you think you know it. Gather in bare apartment. It's my favourite. It's hidden. It's hidden in bare apartment. It is reap. Cacross. Hostage eating red shrimp. Hostage eating red shrimp. Okay, yes, I'm happy with that one. Happy with that one. Hollow has C. So one thing that you can't see is my setup is slightly different to what you see on screen. So I can't actually see the entirety of the grid when I'm doing all of this, when I'm looking at the clues. So I'm having to switch between the two. Go for it in the chat. I do, Katus, I do. I mean, we will... I mean, there's a chance we might get a 7 down. We just don't know where it is yet, if it does exist. Hopefully we will. It is prawn. Prawn, 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 prawn. Pawn is your hostage. You know, he took a pawn, he took a hostage. Eating red, R for red. Again, Roy G. Biv for the win. Soup ingredient made over 10 ill. Soup ingredient made over 10 ill. Right. Over 10. 11. Ill is unwell. 10 could be X. Unwell. Soup ingredient. Onion. Made over 10. X. Onion X. Ill. Unwell. If you're ill, you're down, you're blue. It's not crouton. C-R-O-U-T-O-N, no. Made over 10 ill. My diet is very balanced, Katus. I rarely spill a drop. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ill could indeed be an anagram. So 10 anagram. So made could be net. And then it could be an anagram of 10, which could be another net. Rennet, if you made, you earned, you brought in. First letter, please. First letter. Because the best thing about this crossword is that I'm literally not going to be looking at the grid until I've had a go at all the clues. L. What soup ingredients start with L? Litmus. Leek. No. Lardon. Hang on. Is it lardon? Soup ingredient could be lard. And then over is on. No, because lardon is your soup ingredient. Maybe. Next letter, please. Right, what soups do I know? Minestrone, oxtail, coccoliki. Basically, I just wanted to say the words coccoliki. It's not leek, is it? The worst soup I ever had was French onion soup, and I was in France, but it was at a terrible, terrible hotel. It was just absolutely awful French onion soup. Oh dear. I can still remember it. It had a thick skin on it. And things I like. Oh, made it over as you're going to lentil. Thank you very much. Thank you. Type lentil in the chat. Shout lentil at me, please, because I'm a muppet. Had a thick skin on it. The French onion soup. It was just awful. I remember having to peel it off. And yet I like French onion soup. Drives at a slant around steamship and pitches about. Drives at a slant around steamship and pitches about. Steamship will be SS. Because that is what SS stood for, right? Steamship. HMS, His Majesty's ship, I guess. RMS. Oh, I don't know what RMS means. Does that mean Royal Maritime Sausage? I'm logging that, Sensei. Logging that one. Drive. So if you drive, you urge, you impel, you steer. At a slant. Leans. Royal Mail ship. I should have known that. In fact, I think I used to know that, but I've forgotten it. Yeah. There you go. Route means square. Royal Meteorological Society as well. All things that RMS means. It would make a rubbish only connect question because all the things start RMS. But there we go. Anyone got this? A few of you got it. First letter, please. Steamship is going to be SS. Pitches about. Tosses. Is it tows? If you tow it, you drives at a slant? So I'll go with tosses. Okay, so what? Tell me what the tows mean. I mean, I'm basically getting you to solve this crossword for me here. Drives at a slant, but no, never. I mean, I've heard of towing it, but as in like flooring it, like really revving it, but not at a slant. Tow means to come at an angle. Well, there we go. There we go. Stick together in wayward luge. Stick together in wayward luge. I'm just going to go for this. It is an anagram of luge, which is a lovely word, and you can go luging on my street at the moment, given the very hard frost. That's out there at the moment. It is glue. It is glue. It's a golf term. Oh, so driving is in a golf term. I forget about golf because it's just better to forget about golf. Hammers, small shelves. Hammers, small shelves. I've got G. Ulge. Ulge. Luckily it is dry at the moment. Yes, I don't actually know when the last time it rained was. It has been a long time. It has been long. Attle of the Ulge. Yep, absolutely. G, come on, someone's got to get G. I've got it. If I could get it, you can get it. I've got this. Apologies to anyone who hasn't got it, because that is quite insulting. So, good game. It's Gacross, of course, for this one. Gacross. Go for it, Meredith. Let's give this to Meredith. Hammers, small shelves. Starts with S. Sledges, absolutely. And I see what Stephen was doing there. Yeah, I see. S for small. Shelves are ledges. And you get sledges, which are hammers, as in sledgehammer. Getting into Mediterranean wind. I caught trouble. So this is Hacross. Getting into Mediterranean wind, I caught trouble. Mediterranean wind. Now, wind could actually be wind. Is it wind or wind? Could be an anagram of I caught in trouble or something like that. Mediterranean could be med. I don't know what, and then I and then caught. I want to be ICT. CT for caught and I is I. So I want 5 letters to go before there. I'm just trying to think. There are Mediterranean winds like... is a Sirocco a Mediterranean wind? But that's just rubbish. Yeah, phone, Mistral. Fun fact, I think Mistral might have been my first ever word on Countdown. I certainly offered Mistral. Which I think is also disappointing, because if there was another I could have easily offered Mistral. But anyway. Hey! Wow! Wow! Talk it out. Absolutely talk it out. I love it when that happens. Right, okay, it's Mistral. Mistral is the Mediterranean wind. Put I in that, and then caught trouble is a Mistral. I've been watching a lot of the Good Wife recently as well. Good Wife, excellent drama. I'm in the middle of series 4, season 4. Really, really enjoying it. I love a good legal drama, and it's just the worst title for a show ever. It sounds like a soap opera. It's not. I mean, it has some soap elements in it, but not really. It's all about the legal drama. It's not about a good wife. It's terrible name for a legal drama is The Good Wife. Anyway. Mistral is not in the selection. Good. He's British? I genuinely didn't know that. I assumed he was American. Anyway, I'm going to have to listen to his actual accent. He is, of course, the host of The Traitors, the US version that is dropping all 10 episodes in the next couple of weeks, I think, on Peacock. Prove Lee wrong and jump across. Prove Lee wrong and jump across must be an anagram of prove Lee, surely. Something loop. Velop. I'm going to have to write it down. I was hoping to do it without writing it down. Prove Lee. Over leap. Jump across must be... Oh, leap over. Leap over, yes. I had no... Well, I'm familiar with the actor, but I had no idea. I think it's the only... I've heard of his name. And this is the only thing I've seen him in. So, leap over is 2 words. Overleap is a word. Okay. I will take that. Briefly describe small sailboat. Yep, happy with that one. Briefly describe small sailboat. This will test your knowledge of boats. Overleap is not a word that I'm happy with. It really doesn't feel like a word. Does this mean that underleap is also a word? Because overleap... I've got a slightly sore throat. I do apologise. So overleap is fine. Underleap... No, you can overleap, but you can't underleap something. There you go. You can underlap. So you can overlap and underlap. To extend beneath and some way beyond the edge of is underlap. But surely that's overlap. Anyway. Who's got Jack Ross, Jay? What isn't before the US Centre? What isn't before... That is all I'm going to say in terms of your history. It's not just a sloop. It's not that. It's... I'm going to put the K there. Go for it in the chat. Go for Jay. Go for Jack Ross. Jack Ross feels like a name, doesn't it? Jack Ross. It's a, hopefully you're going to say, a sketch. A yacht. Yes. What other boats are there? Skynoo. Skyak. Silly goose gets in the way of jail. Cacross. Silly goose gets in the way of jail. No, gets in the way in jail. Okay. Silly goose, anagram of goose, gets in the way, so via or something like that. Jail. Something house for a jail. Honking is acceptable. Honking is very acceptable. Silly goose feels like an anagram of goose. Gets in the way. If you get in the way, you interfere, you... There's a short word for getting in the way of someone. I just can't think of it. In jail. Jail. Prison. Kennel. Cell. Pen. Goose. Is it going to be... It's not going to be nene or neen. I don't actually know how you say that. I'm assuming nene. Nene is a type of goose, isn't it? I do know the word, okay. Am I looking for a type of goose, or am I... is it an anagram of goose? It says 8 letters... yeah, yes, there are some letters cut off for you, so do poke me. Anagram of goose, okay. Gets in the way. First letter, please. Jail. There's something house, isn't it? Oh no, okay. Hot house? No. Hog. So at the moment, I've got jail as the definition. Yeah, it could be the verb, so to jail, to lock up, to arrest. Next letter, please. Didn't know that about military jail. Goose in Latin. Well, I mean, via. I mean, I had in the way is via, but... in the way? How? Is it, get to the way. Next letter, please. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Hooskow. I do know this word. You're absolutely right. Prison slang, an alternative name for prisons, really annoys me, and I don't know why. There we go. Well, I don't actually. Goose, how, house, hooskow. Anyway, it is hooskow. How, the way you do something is how you do something. Put anagram of goose in it and you get hooskow, which is a jail. Good memory connected with ring in a sail. Good memory connected with ring in a sail. Ah, I see. A memory is a thought, is an idea, is a connected with ring. So it's G-O and then your memory. And you need a sail. I'm assuming G for good, memory, and it's connected with a ring. So O. Going to come back to lacrosse. that's the sport, isn't it? Going to come back to that one. Do let me know if I need to restart anything there. Command raid on mobile. Command raid on mobile. Oh, interesting. Well, my bitrate's fine, so hopefully I'm back now. Command raid. Oh, so it must be an anagram of raid on, because that's not mobile. Alabama, it's mobile, or mobile meaning anagram, something's moving. So command must be... It's only a 6-letter anagram. Ordain? Yes, he ordained it. He commanded it. There you go. So that's macros. Nacros, large number, for example, sheltered by courageous person. So it's just the end of courageous that's got... cut off there. Large number, for example, sheltered by courageous person. It is a much better word. I was just thinking of handy, actually. We name it after something it is. You name it after something it has. The Germans name it after the fact that it's handy. Lovely. Large number, tons, lots. For example, could be e.g. sheltered by... Okay. Google, no. But it's going to be, for example, so it's going to be say or something like that. E.g. Legion! Legion. Lion is your courageous person. And put e.g. in that, you get legion, which is a large number. Pluck out tenor with asthmatic sound, but not high. In fact, let me move this up. And you'll be able to see anything here. Excellent sound effect there, can I just say. Pluck out tenor with asthmatic sound, but not high. So this is O across, O across, O across. Pluck out, epilate, tweeze. Yes, it's tweeze. Sorry, I was just talking to myself. I didn't think that would be correct, but it is. It is tweeze. So tenor is T in music, and asthmatic sound is a wheeze, but that will be spelled with an H. We take H for high out. Why is H equal high? Why does it do that? There must be a reason. Am I still here? I'm not dead. I'm still here, hopefully. P, Pacross. Changing focus. She offers help in the kitchen. Changing focus. She offers help in the kitchen. That's good. Happy with that. I'm invisible. So this is an anagram of focus she. And it in a way, it's sort of needlessly gendered, but in a way it isn't because it's part of the anagram. So I'm okay with it. It's fine as it is. Changing focus, she offers help in the kitchen. Focus, she. Go for it. Go for Pacross if you've got the answer. Susan the chef, as you're saying there. Sous chef. I could actually just get rid of this grid. I'm not using it at all, am I? Anyway, I'm keeping it on the grid, keeping it on the screen for everyone. I know. Just like I needed it to be darker, so I put my head in my t-shirt and just forgot to take the card with me. Answer for boarding long ship in an operetta. Answer for boarding long ship in an operetta. Well, I don't quite understand the parts there, but anyway, so it's Cacross with a Q. It made sense in my head. Operetta, I'm thinking. Oh, it's going to be something like Tosca, Aida, Rigoletto. I'm naming all the short operas that I can think of, as in short titled operas. I would think it's Aida, and I don't know why. Answer for boarding. Password? Long might be L. Oh, no, hang on. What if it's parsed like this? Answer and for, so it's A and then for or pro, a pro or something like that. And then it's going to board a long ship, which might be a kayak, a canoe, something like that. I'm going to need a 4-letter ship that I haven't thought of. But put that in there and we get the operetta. First letter, please, for anyone who's got Cacross, Cubacross. Because this should be the first letter of the long ship. A punt. Is it a punt? That's a long boat, not a ship. It is Gilbert and Sullivan. I mean, all I can think of is Pirates of Penzance. So hang on. Is Penzance the name? Ship in an operetta. Is Penzance the name of a ship? I think it might be. So is it Penzance. No. Oh. Ship in an operetta feels like the definition. Answer. So it's going to be SS. Okay. What's the name of this? So is Penzance just a city in the Pirates of Penzance? Fine, okay. So, RMS, HMS. Next letter, please. What was the first letter? I've forgotten. P, wasn't it? P-I. What? Next. What? Pin. Okay. Okay, fine. I've got it now. I see where you're going there. Go for it, Faddy. Go for it, Faddy. I'm going to give this to Faddy. Go for it, Faddy, please. No one else. Shh. Everyone shush. No, I do. Yes, Gators. Yep, it is. Hopefully you're going to say... Hopefully Faddy is now going to type in pinafore. If they don't say anything in the next few seconds, everyone else can shout at me pinafore. But why? Why is it? So pin, what's pin? A and 4. A pine. Oh, long. If you long for something, you pine for something. Wow, I was so far away from that one. So far away from that one. Okay. So A4 in pine. Fish expert holding a shell. Fish expert holding a shell. Here we go. Too many fish. Is going to start with A, because is the expert ace, pro, and is shell going to be the definition rather than fish? So this is Rakros. Ace is the expert. So we're going to have that. 5 letters. We're going to have an A somewhere in there. So carapace. Wow, how did I get that? It's carp with A in it, and then ace for expert, and a carapace is a shell, isn't it? Or sort of just an outer covering. Stone damaged cork, anagram of cork, rock. I could do that one. That was Sacros. Over we go to the downs. A down. Shorebirds, circular movements in sound. Rings, wrens, rings, gulls, because those are shorebirds. Gulls, is a gull a circular movement? A wheel, a loop. Is it a loop? Is there a loop that is a shorebird? First letter, please. So, circular movements. Turns! An Arctic turn? Backstreet Boys? Okay. Les has developed pain in the neck. Les has developed pain. Some of you will be absolutely bum puzzled by that. I know exactly where that was. Where that came from. Les has developed pain in the neck. Is it? So, anagram of Les has, I assume? Pain in the neck. I had one of these very recently. I'm still not fully better from it. I still hurt a little bit. But I do hurt all over, whether that's from COVID a couple of months ago or from some residual from this. Whenever carrying things hurts my elbows so much. The doctor says it's muscular. I think it's joint pain. Les has got to be an anagram. Oh, hassle. Hassle, there we go. Pain in the neck is a hassle. Maroon with cold and wet chart again. Maroon 5 weren't a thing back then, so it's not about Maroon 5. Maroon with cold and wet chart again. So it's something. Chart again feels like it's the definition. Never, Sean. Never. I would never. Maybe a little bit. Maroon is red. Or cerise. Cold is sea. Wet. Wet is damp. Chart again feels like it's remap. I was going to be D. So maroon, that's your red. And we're going to put in the middle of it cold and wet. So is it red raw. If something is cold and wet, it is raw. No, it could be in the steak meaning, but I don't think so. I think it's just meaning something cold and wet. It's raw. Anyway, read raw. There you go. A nice wet steak. Well, there's nothing worse than a dry steak, of course. So, D. Makes fun of topless garments for artists. Makes fun of topless garments for artists. It's got to be aprons, right? Prawns? Makes fun of garments for artists is an apron, isn't it? Or pinafore. Smock. Take the first letter off of smock. You get mock, plural, of course. So makes fun of is mocks. It's smocks. Plato's area in confusion. Plato's area in confusion. Yes, I've got it. I've got this one. I'm going to say this is a very American word, in my opinion. That's the Dan opinion of the day. So this is edown. Edown. Gatus brings up an irritatingly good point. It is technically a Spanish word, but I associate it with New Mexico and the west, I guess, of America. Go for it in the chat. I do know the answer. It's a confusion. It's an utter mess. And if we put A in it, A for area, we get mesas, and those are plateaus. And I'm just associating like Arizona with like the big stone mesas. Is the Devil's Tower a mesa, or is that? Actually, am I thinking of mesas? Are those things that I'm thinking of the mesas, or is it more of a large like plateau area? Oh, Zadster. Quick, take a COVID test. You might be coming down with something. And also, there is indeed a city called Mesa. So, you know, Devil's Tower is a butt. Small change for Mr. Tracy. Avoiding extremes. Small change for Mr. Tracy. Avoiding extremes. So we need a 7-letter word for Mr. Tracy. Okay, I've got it now. And we take off the first and last letter. Mesa is Spanish for table, so a flat table or mountain. Gonna have to Google it, you know. Gonna absolutely have to Google it. Right, I am going to give you a few seconds for down. Small change for Mr. Tracy, avoiding extremes. Because I remember there was something I needed to Google or show you. And I can't remember what it was. Oh, no, that's what it was. I did it earlier. It was a puzzle vent. Fair enough. Okay, go for it in the chat. Go for F. So it is a famous person called Tracy, as in surname. But take off the first and last letter. Spencer. Spencer Tracy. Take off the first and last letter, we get pence, which is small change. Sailing into the wind. Boat returns with ruler. Sailing into the wind. Boat Returns with the ruler. There's lots of boats going on today. Lots of boats. Oh, you should have seen the independent crossword we did last week, Sean. Wow, that it was a little bit scathing of Elon Musk. Little bit scathing, and we loved it. I think probably the best crossword from the independent we've done this year, easily. Just for that factor. Sailing into the wind. So is that tacking or something? Easy, it's tacking. Because the ruler is king. Hacking? No, it is. Is there a boat is a catamaran, and it's going backwards, so it's tacking. There we go. Nice surface of the clue there. Nice surface of that clue. So cat is short for catamaran, which is boat. That's going backwards, and then king for the ruler. Very early day for Mary Jane. Very early day for Mary Jane. Weed? Mary Jane is marijuana, so that's weed, isn't it? Day is D. Can very early be we? That and One Across was about him as well, wasn't it? So, yeah. The wee hours. Ah, yes, of course, the wee hours, yes. So very early. We. Day for D. Weed, Mary Jane. Mineral extracted from chemical. Mineral extracted from chemical. This has got to be a hidden, surely. Yes, it's my favourite. It's a hidden. It's mica. I could be brown. I could be blue. I could be violet sky. Part of a shell. More shells. I've just realised we've got sails, we've got boats, we've got shells. This is a message in a bottle. Just worked it out. Well done, Dan. This only took 2/3 of the crossword. Part of a shell that's violet Fountain Valley. I won't be the only one. Please tell me I was the only one just to spot that then. Please tell me that someone else hadn't noticed that. Part of a shell that's violet. V from Roy G. Biv again. Hex like our Roy G. Biv. Fountain Valley. Good. I'm glad. Well, I'm not surprised that you noticed it, Cactus, because you are my intelligence, average intelligence. There. Your intelligence is there. Part of a show. So, valley, it's going to be a glen, a dean, a vale, valve. There we go. I'm assuming... I see what you're doing there, Meredith. Excellent. So that was Jadown. Part of a shell. Valve? I mean, it must be, but where in the shell is the valve? I don't know. Oh, here we go. And you don't have to be honest. You don't... you don't have to be honest, but you do have to be honest within the poll. Okay. Almost thin sail supporters. See, more nautical theme. I'm loving it. I love it. It's making the crossword much better. Almost thin sail supporters. Is it ropes? Because those are sail supporters. And if you're thin, you're ropest? Ropey? Your supporters are your start. Is it ropes? A valve is a shell component. But what? Yeah, I'll look it up later. Okay, so most of you did spot it before, but there's a decent number of you that hadn't. Like a non-appreciative non-zero number. Almost thin. So is it ropes? I don't like it. I'm going to move on. Let's leave that for our imagination for later on. We'll have a bit of a... We need some challenge when it comes to the jigsaw parts of this puzzle. A bivalve has a top valve and a bottom valve connected by the clam. Perform bit of tap with walking stick the wrong way. Yes, okay, I've got this one. Perform bit of tap with walking stick the wrong way. Maybe I haven't got this. Oh, I have. I just can't do it right in my head. So this is all down. Well, thank you that I was not the only one. Hang on. What do I put in this poll? I'm going to put I noticed it first because I am me. So there we go. That's what I did in the poll because I didn't know what to put. Go for Uldown, go for it Meredith, go for anyone. Waterfall, good evening to you. Gosh, I do have a sore throat tonight. My voice is lower than normal. It is enact. It's cane backwards with T for tap. Bit of tap. All backwards. Enact, to perform something to enact it. Sea nymphs floating in reeds. See the theme. The theme is everywhere. Now that I look for it, the theme is everywhere. Sea nymphs floating in reeds. Oh, Nereids. I think it's spelt like that. It's an anagram of in reeds. It's just the spelling now. It is spelt like that. It is a sea nymph, daughter of the sea god Nereus. There we go. Relaxes, empty, while English dine. Why is there a smelly? That is from a previous crossword. Yes, because that's amuses. That's aims, which is an anagram of Mesa. Smelly shouldn't be there. Right, last clue. N. Relaxes, empty, while English dine. Okay, why is there a smelly is a raid phrase potential candidate. Relaxes. Empty while English dine. So dine is to eat. English is probably E. As might be as. Eases off, something like that. While could be... So empty is E. While is as. English is E. And now I need 3 more letters, meaning dine, but it's not eat. The Obra was a fantastic game. I wish I could wipe my memory to do that again. How you doing? Or hello? Does you know? He just says hello like the rest of us. Dine. Sup. There we go. Eases up. There we go. Right. So we're all good apart from 2 clues, which I'll put them there so that I remember that I don't have them. Let's bung some of these into this grid. I guess we have to start with the acrosses, because we know that if they're 8 or more letters, then they'll have to start crossing at least 2 of these downs. So carapace. Okay, it's not going to start on there. Pinafore. Pinafoi. Pinafore doesn't go there. How do we... Oh dear. You can fit in a 9 without crossing 2. Oh yeah, you can this way. I forgot about this bit. Okay. Boo! Breaker could indeed go there. Yeah. Because there's only one starting with L, which is lentil. Which might mean that one would start with E. There's nothing that starts with E. So of course, we haven't been given all the across lengths. Hang on. Downs. Let's have a look at the downs. There are unique tacking and nereids. Those are the only... Oh, Anise is up. Those are the only 7s. So we've only got 2 6s. We have 2 6s. Hassle and redraw. Okay, let's put them in. So it's there and there. Those are the only 2 6s. Am I going mad? Don't think I am. So we've got either hassle or we redraw. Hassle or redraw. If I put hassle there, does that look okay letter-wise? That, of course, we don't know where there's going to be group, where there's going to be bars. Redraw does look better. So the other one, so what was it? It was hassle. That doesn't look terrible here. So we're thinking the breaker for here. Okay. So let's put that there. So I put breaker in. So we've done that. These, of course, we have done. And we've done hassle and redraw. So do we have any fours ending in A? We have mica. So that's good. Is there only 2 fours as well? Well, that's good, because then that positions the weed over here. Okay. So that's mica and weed. Okay. Whoops. So, can we get overleap somewhere in there? Or we got tweeze. I'm going to put tweeze in here. Put tweeze in there. Sledges along the bottom. It's difficult to know whether... It doesn't say that there's going to be symmetry, but if there sort of was, ignoring the sort of right-hand side bit and just considering this rectangle, then we would expect a line here, the other side of this T. So have we got grommet or something like that? Ring in a sail is a grommet, isn't it? Good memory. ROM for memory, or RAM, ROM. But connected is met. There you go, grommet. Grommet is a grommet. There's that. There we go. That's nice. And there's our bar, which sort of is looking like symmetry, but who knows. Lentil doesn't go there. I don't think that LE has anything. Could be Legion. It's Legion. Okay. Yes, well done, Dan. Give it just that little extra second. So let's put a line there. What have we got here? OD. Just do that. I put tweeze in, didn't I? Oh, and I've done sledges as well. What have we got over here? So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's your overleap. Good. What is this? Ah, there's our prawn. There's our prawn. And assuming I'm not. I think there'd be a line there and a line there. Oh no, but sous chef goes there. Actually, sous chef. Okay, so sous chef. That is that. That's that and prawn. Okay. Hey, how do I say that? Chevdenim. Hey Chevdenim, how you doing tonight? Good evening. You join us at the Arts and Crafts section of a variety cryptic from April 2000 called Message in a Bottle. It's by Hex, famous pair of crossword constructors. Right. Hoos. Gal, feels like it's going to go there for me. Not going to put it in just yet, just in case. Have we got anything that starts EA? Have we got... This could be tosses. If that's tosses, we need a 6 that ends in H. That could be sketch. So if that is sketch, I should probably look at some of the downs in a minute. Sketch and tosses. Corn on the gobble cobblers. What do you mean? What do you mean? Tosses and sketch. So let's have a look at some of the downs. So this 5 beginning with S. Oh, that's wrong. We got... There's no 5s beginning with S. Unless it's this, of course. Could be that we... Yes. almost thin. That's svelte, S-V-E-L-T-E. But slender? But we haven't got we haven't got a 5 starting with E either. Oh no, we do. We have an act. And then we have, what is this? Tacking. So that works. So we've got enact and tacking. Those go in there. That's good. Nereids go in here. So where's the 7 that's eases up? Oh, that's here. Okay. Keep forgetting to look over there. We do have a 5 there that must be pence. Where does pinafore go? Let me know. Yeah, do tell me. I found the glue. Found the glue. Glue goes there. Glue was there. And I can put that there. Okay. Yeah, there needs to be a line here. And means there's a 4 here, I think. Somewhere. Second row for the pinafore to Q. That goes there. So we have another line there. So mocks here, column 5. Well, that's this one, isn't it? Whatever that is. This is Maces. Turns, then goes here. Where's the valve? Ah, there's the valve. So it's just that missing 5 that starts SP. What have we got here? Something legs. Where's mistrial? Mistrial's got to go in there somewhere. Where's mistrial? There's rock. I could do that. Carapace has got to go in there. C-A-R-A-P-A-C-E. Okay. Was reap one of the earlier answers? I forget. Oops. So I've done pinafore, I've done that. Reap was, that goes there. I've swapped 2 things. Oh! Ah, so these could go the other way around. Okay. Yes, because then you've got ordain, haven't you? Maces and then turns, yep. And then we've got ordain along here. Huscow is already in there. Mistrial. Yeah, I still can't see it, so I'm not even going to bother looking for it. Lentil. Lentil goes in there. Okay, M-I-S-T-R-I-A-L. Okay, so we've got that. Mistrial there. So there's your carapace. So that isn't a word, that isn't a word, that isn't a word, that isn't a word, that isn't a word. So, tweeze. Then we would do this one, this one, this one, and this one, and I think this one as well. That's not going to be anything, and that isn't anything. So that's basically everything, and just terrapins in the middle. So spare, sparse, spars. So sparse. Take off the last letter, you get spars, and those must be sales supporters. So we have now filled the grid Was there something that we didn't get in the acrosses? No, it was grommet and spars. Those were the two things that I didn't get. Everything we've now put in the grid, and I think most of the bars are there. So now, let's just make this... okay, make this phrase. So we start here, we move any way we want. It's message in a bottle. Let's go with the flow. So that is a nice letter bank for go with the flow. And that is Message in a Bottle by Hex. Nice. I do like an unusually shaped grid. I'm always a fan of that. So just the fact that it tapers off to one side, it's lovely. Yeah, there we go. And lots of beach and sail and nautical themed clues that I was totally on throughout the entire crossword that I noticed right from the beginning.